they can see. They're
Get my
fine.
chest cut on.
I made sure they can see it.
You've seen him in movies, you read about him in your high school English class. But do you really know much about the Greek god Poseidon, the god of the water? Today, I'm going to tell you a little about how Poseidon became the god of the water, and an interesting story about a war between Poseidon and Athena, the goddess of war. Poseidon's father is Cronus, and his mother is Rhea. When all his brothers overthrew Cronus, they drew lots to see what part of the world they would run. Poseidon, Hades, and Zeus got to split up most of the world. Poseidon took over the water and the seas, Zeus took over the sky, and Hades is ruling the underworld. Poseidon rules the sea. He also rules over earthquakes, and he also happens to be the patron god of the lost world, Atlantis. An interesting story about Poseidon and Athena. When Cecrops, the king of a land that is now known as Athens, didn't have a name back then, and they needed to find a patron god to name the city after. So Cecrops came up with a plan. There was going to be a battle between Poseidon and Athena to see who would be the patron god. They each had to create something that would better the land and could be useful for humanity. So Poseidon struck his trident into the ground and created a sea, but the water was much too salty to drink and therefore wasn't useful for anything. They couldn't cook with it or do anything with it. Then Athena struck her spear into the ground and planted an olive branch in the hole, and it grew an olive tree, which could be useful for many things. Therefore, the modern-day Athens is named after the goddess of war, Athena. Today I have told you about how Poseidon became the god of the sea, and an interesting story about Poseidon and Athena and how Athens was named. I hope you know a little bit more about the god of the sea, Poseidon. Thank you.
Yay!